Yo, you ready, guys?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
ready.
Okay. How's it going, guys? All
It's going
right.
pretty good, man.
How's it going, guys? For real, though.
All right. It says it's going pretty good,
all right.
bro.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to our first episode of Audio Diction Live, guys.
Yeah.
Nick was like, hey,
We
I've
can
been
do
watching
this.
this. Nick was like, I was watching that Undateable show, and he was like, let's do it live. And I was like,
Yeah,
all right, well,
because
you
Seems
can
legit.
told you.
you can be the ringleader of that one. So now we're doing it live.
So if this sucks, it's all Nick's fault.
So yeah, if this is a Titanic, it's Nick's fault.
I take full responsibility. I break
Be
a lot
fair.
of things.
He's that iceberg, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, welcome back. This is episode 7. For those of you who don't know us very well, my name is Brandon, and I'm the host. And I'd like to welcome back, as I said, Chris, Dan, and Nick. They are also part of the Audio Diction family, sort of thing. So anyway, we usually start our episodes off with a band that we've been listening to. So, as I said, we're gonna go see Issues last episode, and it's for Nick and Dan's birthday. So, if you guys go to that show, come say what's up. But I decided to check out some of the bands on the roster because I haven't listened to Night Versus nor One OK Rock. I've heard of Night Versus, but I never really listened to him. So I gave him a listen over this past week, and they are really good. I'm excited to see them live for sure.
Oh, shit.
If you didn't know, the singer of Night Versus is actually the ex-singer of The Sleeping, not to be mistaken with For All Those Sleeping.
Always confuse that one.
Yeah. So, but anyway, The Sleeping is kind of like, I guess,
They're an older band.
they're
I
like
used to love
rock.
them.
Yeah, they're like rock kind.
I'm the world.
Yeah, Nick knows what Nick knows what I'm talking about.
I do.
But he's a new vocalist for their band now, Night Versus, because I guess he created a new band after The Sleeping disbanded. But they're an awesome band. Definitely check them out. They don't, and I know this phrase is thrown around a lot, but they definitely don't sound like any other band you've probably heard of. They definitely have some rock influence, but they've also got some like lighter
Is it an indie
notes
band,
to
bro?
them. Huh?
Is it an indie band, bro?
Not really. They're more like I don't know. They're like a harder. They're maybe hard rock. I don't know how to really like explain what they are, but they're pretty good. So I give them a listen. So how about you, Nick? You look like you're ready to say some shit.
I'm not, but shit, I don't know. I mean, I've pretty much just been listening to Ocean's 8 Alaska,
Oh yeah,
uh,
nice. That math core.
one Echo Smith song, and that's probably all about it. I guess I could throw in that I did actually go back and listen to a little bit of Hawthorne Heights this week.
Oh yeah,
That's
bringing
nice.
it back.
Dabbling in my emo stages.
Emo?
Yeah, my emo
So
stages.
I'm surprised you didn't have your like your hair like all like swooped to the side.
I can't
Oh,
do that. I'm an adult now. I'm an
Oh,
adult
okay.
now. So I had to grow up, but that don't mean I can't relive.
I don't mean you can't wear that guy liner or whatever. You know.
I never did that. No, I just I like
It was
the
almost
I like
there.
the pants, the big ass baggy pants. Now it's all techno stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I'm listening to a band. I don't know if you heard of them. Called Title Fight.
Yeah, I've heard of
heard of
title.
it.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
great. They're basically like they're a 4-piece post-hardcore band. They came out in 2003 from Kingston, PA. They've done about 4 albums. They're still around. Their latest one came out in 2015, and it was more like ambient. But if you listen to their earlier albums, they definitely have much heavier punk influence. So yeah, they definitely changed their sound since I first started listening to them, because it's been a while. So I just kind of checked in with them, like, oh, they came out with an album last year. I had no idea. So really, really cool. Give those guys a listen to for sure. That's Title Fight.
Is anybody?
Yeah.
Well, because I gotta cut Dan off, because whatever.
Yeah. Who cares,
cares about
that guy?
Dan, right?
An album that came out recently.
What do you mean by who?
Just in general, I'm thinking like,
The Word Alive just came out last week or the week
Zane.
before that. Zane. Oh yeah, Zane. I was gonna say.
That album.
Did you listen
Go,
to it, Nick?
Dan. Same was more important. So
That's true.
Seems more important. What a coincidence.
All right, I'm not muted. Let's see. I've been listening to. Hobson, Dizzy Wright. I started getting into more of the funk volume, checking out like a bunch of those guys even more so. Yeah, that's pretty much. I don't really have anything else to say.
I know Hobson's rap, but what is the other guy like funk, or is he like?
No, they're all like rap.
Okay.
They're all rap. They were called the I think it's Hobson, Dizzy Wright, and like two others that were all like a part of like a group. They were all like supporting each other, feature on each other's songs, stuff like that.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. All right, guys. So we'll move into our next segment, the news category. So I talked about them briefly last week, but Convictions. I told you their van got like trashed and stuff.
All that crap that happened.
But they got it back, so that's cool. And they're releasing a new album. It's entitled "I Will Become," and it kind of sounds like, well, they released a track first of all. I think it's called like either Brother's Blood or something like that. But it features a vocalist from Dayseeker, so you should check it out first of all. And secondly, their sound is very similar to if you remember like the first and second album of My Ticket Home, like that.
Yes, I love that album.
Like, kind of like metalcore sound.
Oh yeah,
it's so good. Like there's only one track out, but I'm super stoked that's coming out very shortly. But give them a listen. I'll try to post a link in the description of our video and stuff, and you guys can go give them support and pre-order their album. And yeah, so and then this one is for anybody who's a fan of the Wonder Years. Aaron West and the Roaring Twenties, which is his side project. They're releasing an EP called Bittersweet, and that should be coming out May 20th. I don't know if Chris has listened to that or not, or if it's a side project at all.
I've had no knowledge of any side projects, so
yeah,
that's news to me. So
because he was the only reason I knew about it was because last year on Warped, they had that acoustic tent, and he was on Warped. Obviously, because Wonder Years was on Warp, but he played a second set where he does like his solo kind of music. So I give it a listen. I think I listened to him like once or twice, like while I'm Warped, but I never really like super got into it. So I'll have to check it out now.
Yeah, I always like when bands have like side acoustic projects, because my favorite band or one of them is Bayside, and the lead vocalist Anthony Ranieri has like his own side project, Simply Anthony Ranieri. So it's really cool when you have a very high energy electric powered band and you hear them doing something like real chill that you can wake up in the morning and put it on, and just a soothing kind of music. It's always good to just cut out the screaming and all loud stuff and just chill out every once in a while. So to hear your favorite singers doing that is always nice. So
I get you.
Yeah.
But and also it shows like their diversity as a vocalist too. I think like you're so used to maybe like Soupy doing his thing, as in the Wonder Years. So no, that's his nickname, Nick.
Okay,
so
I was gonna say Soupy. What the hell?
Yeah, that's his like nickname or something like that. I don't know. Chris could probably give me more background on that one, but yeah, it's cool to see like a different side of them play out like in their own like solo projects. So definitely give that a chance or a listen when you feel like it. Also Deftones, I don't know how many of you are a fan of Deftones, but they're releasing a new album called Gore. They didn't have a date on it, they just had the album name for it, so I assume it's coming out sometime in the summer or something like that, so that's cool. An announcement for Bring Me the Horizon. They're doing a tour. I don't think they're coming anywhere around here, or if they are, it's probably going to be like New York City or something like that. But they finally announced their support for the tour, and it's going to be 68 and Silver Snakes. So that would be a rad
see
tour.
some 68.
I wish they were coming around here.
Don't
I hope
care. Gonna find them.
you're gonna find them. 68's so raw. It's so awesome. Anyway, check out 68 if you haven't, because they are a nuts band.
Just like they were when they were, or
The
when he was
Chariot.
in Chariot.
Yeah,
Yep,
the
they're
Chariot. Yeah.
still just as nuts.
Um, Another thing, Paris announced a headliner tour for the
Ooh.
summer. They haven't announced support yet, but I can only assume it's going to be probably a good support lineup. They're doing. I think the closest date is New York again, so I don't know why I don't hit Philly on these dates, but give them a listen if you haven't checked them out yet. I think
Yeah,
they're doing a deluxe reissue of like their last album with like a few more tracks on it.
they
But
did.
the
Oh,
white
sorry.
noise. It's called the White Noise. So give them a listen. They kind of sound. I think you would like them a lot, Nick, because they're kind of indie-ish. They kind of sound.
No,
They
I'm
sound like
not hardcore into indie. I actually don't like most of it. It's just particular.
no. I know, but I mean like the sound wise, very similar to like Echo Smith.
Oh, okay.
Not like extremely similar, but maybe a little bit more darker kind
Yeah,
of.
with like what is it, like electronica kind of stuff mixed into
Electronic.
backtrack kind of stuff. But like I was gonna try to say earlier is they actually played like a killer tour in the fall this year or last year. I'm sorry. Of I forget who was on that bill, but
It was Bring Me, wasn't it?
yeah, actually that's who it was.
Yep.
It was one hell of a tour from what it looked like. It just didn't match up with my schedule. I think I was actually seeing another show at that time.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was a good line. I'm pretty sure it was like Bring Me, it was Issues and like Paris. I'm pretty
Yeah, it
sure
was
the lineup
something
was,
crazy
but it was a
like
good
that.
lineup. So I'm kind
And
of
I think they stopped in New Jersey on that tour too.
Yeah.
Starlight.
I'm
So-
gonna cut you off real quick. I
Yeah.
Chris is in the chat. Are you in the chat, Brandon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because we were told that new Blink 182 music's coming out.
Hey.
So,
Hey,
Nice.
whoa, really?
I figured I'd point that out. Thank you, Mr. Robert, for letting us know.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Okay,
But
cool.
He also
Yeah.
said music coming next month with Matt Skiba, and he wanted to know.
I think we
I know
talked. I
that's
think we
false.
talked.
Oh yeah, a
We
guy
talked-
from
we talked
Alkaline
about it.
Trio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's right.
We talked about it like in a previous episode, but I didn't know they were like releasing anything yet. As
Yeah, that's huge news to me. I don't know how I haven't heard that yet, but
I think they're trying to keep it under wraps. I'm sure they don't
Yeah.
want people to know about it.
because that'll be like probably the most anticipated album of the year. Whenever they do feel like releasing a release date, it'll be like, yep,
Oh yeah.
there's gonna be like the sales on that are gonna go through the freaking roof.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Moving on, Tyler Carter announced that he's gonna be working on a new remix. I'm pretty sure by the title, because he did like a hashtag. It's a Rihanna remix. So
So he does have his solo career where he does
He-
like.
he does like
Pop
remixes. He does like pop stuff. Yeah, some of that stuff's really good. Like his EP that he released was awesome. So if you like R&B, soul, pop kind of vibes to it, I think you would dig it a lot, Nick, because you like Zayn. So it's kind of like very similar to that. So I can say without a doubt I enjoyed it a lot. And plus he's like
Okay, yeah, now go ahead.
plus
Sorry,
he's a super talented vocalist. So anyway, go on.
You guys
What-
listen to any of Zayn's crap?
I've never heard of.
I listened to Pillow Talk, but that's
Uh,
about
Pillow Talk.
that's about as far
What's
as
the
I've
other
gone.
one? I think the other one's before. And
I mean,
like
this
that
is-
one a little bit, but
Not to
it's
cut
not
you
like
off. Does it sound like?
One
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
No,
Yeah,
it's completely different, which is actually why I'm liking it. But yeah,
I'll have to give
So-
it a listen then.
if I can promote something this week instead of Brandon, I would
Whoa!
say even though he was in One Direction and I like One Direction, so it's whatever. But it's not bad if you like that kind of stuff. I don't know what to label it as though because I'm bad at sub
like pop?
genres and genres. Probably pop, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait for that Lonely Faces.
Oh, dropping them vibes.
cover.
Oh yeah, we'll give him a shout out later.
That's gonna be
Anyway.
awesome.
The next thing is the Ghost Inside's drummer steps behind the kit for the first time since like the bus accident. I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not. I know Chris researched it a little bit before we jumped on, but they got into a horrific bus accident maybe I'd say like 5 months ago or something like that, but they've been going through rehab for like a majority of it now, and they've done funding and like self-help gave them some money and stuff like that just to like help with their medical bills. But the drummer lost his leg in the accident, so like he has like a prosthetic leg, and so this was the first time like him getting back onto the kit, like playing some drums and stuff. So not gonna lie, it made me tear up a little bit because it's kind of like cool to see like people get
Pushing
back.
through.
Yeah, getting back into it and stuff like that. It's an awesome thing to see, and we should definitely support them and buy their album Dear Youth because it's an incredible album, and I can't wait for them to like make new music and stuff with more passion and stuff like that. So that's awesome. Also,
Yeah, I was gonna add on to that. As a drummer myself, it's crazy to think how if I would ever lose a leg, how I'd ever be able to come back to a set after 5 months. After all the rehab and stuff, and actually sticking to a beat because it's a simple little 15-second Instagram video, but and at first I didn't read any of it. I was like, oh, it's just a guy playing drums, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, this guy's actually missing a leg. Like, I just read the story because I'll be honest, I never really listened to any music these guys play, although I hear from everybody, that Brandon and everybody that they're really good. So now I'm definitely gonna have to listen to them. But yeah, it's just an awesome story of overcoming absolute challenges and trying to just roll with it and just work hard, like be dedicated to getting back in there as soon as possible. And he says in a post on Instagram, he's trying to do the best he can to get back into playing with the band. So he's going to be playing with a prosthetic leg. And that's really awesome to see that, how he's overcome that so far.
Yeah, I know like some of the other members got they got some injuries. I don't think as bad as him. I think he maybe got the worst end of the stick, ironically enough. But
as far as just flat out injuries go,
that don't make sense.
But in terms of injuries, I think he got the worst of it. But I can't wait for them to get back on tour. I'll definitely have to go see them. I know they were announced for like Warped Tour next year, apparently, to Kevin Lyman, who is obviously the runner of Warped Tour. So that's awesome for him to like even announce them even before next year's has been announced, because like Warped Tour hasn't even started yet. So that's kind of awesome and good for him for believing in them and stuff like that and putting them on for the following year's Warped Tour. But also another thing is Frank Iero, or I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but he's working on new material. I know like after the My Chemical Romance like split, they changed a few things, but so he'll be working on new material with, I guess, just himself, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with like his work, but I think they said that he was going to be doing like an album by himself, but then he never released it, and so like apparently it's going to be released pretty soon. I think they said summer or something like that, but there's a lot to be read between the lines, obviously. So, but I know Dan's a big fan of My Chemical Romance, so I'd like to hear his thoughts on it. I don't know if he can hear me or not, but
yeah, I hear you. I always can hear you. Sometimes I'm muted.
Okay.
I'm pretty stoked. That'll be awesome to see some. I liked when Gerard came out with his solo stuff. I like just like them in general. So I'm pretty stoked to see them.
Mm-hmm.
Just all the members.
But it'll be interesting to see like what they're gonna be doing. But so we'll move on to our topic for the night. So this one was brought to you by Chris. Chris like sent me a text and was like, "Hey, I think we should make this our topic for tonight." So I was like, "All right, sick." So I'll let him start it off. But the topic for tonight is our favorite cover songs. I don't know how many he limited it to, but
I later on, around 3.
But so just favorite cover songs. I guess it could be any genre of music, but we'll let Chris start off since he's the one who thought of it. So
yeah, well, I kind of I'm real original with this. I kind of just stuck to the same genre, but here it goes.
It's all right.
So because like the first song that came to mind was and this is usually my go-to answer on this is probably "Since You've Been Gone" by
Oh, I
Data
didn't remember.
doing, you know,
Yeah.
It's
doing
awesome.
out with Kelly Clarkson, and it's one of those circumstances. I always say this cover is better than the original. I mean,
Yep.
It's
I
so
just
good,
like
yeah.
it so much better than the original. What more can I say? Data Members, I've always loved that band, and they're one of my favorites. And next one, we actually mentioned them a couple minutes ago. The Under Pressure cover by My Chemical Romance and the Used. This came out a long
Nice.
time ago.
Yeah, I remember that
It's,
one.
David Bowie and Queen.
I like it.
This is actually one of my first covers I've really actually listened to. I remember way back when. And I was like, oh, this is a great song. And then I kind of realized, oh, this isn't an original song. This is actually a cover song.
Yeah.
So, and finally, I have Apologize by Silverstein, which is originally One Republic. I actually seen them play that live couple months ago for the first time. And I've seen Silverstein live a bunch of times, and actually never really played this song until the last time I seen him play. So
Yeah.
that
It's on
was
one of their Punk Goes Pop albums.
yeah,
that came
yeah,
out. Yeah,
which
yeah.
is speaking on the topic, you guys gotta check those albums out because they are full of just nothing but really awesome covers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I thought it was really interesting seeing how bands can somehow, or any artist can somehow turn the original around and make them better in every way. So that's my three. So Nick, if you have stuff you want to talk about.
I'm about to have my list because I didn't realize that's what we were talking about. So if any of you guys got them,
I guess I'll go.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one I have, she's a YouTuber on obviously YouTube. I was gonna say that, but coincidence. But her name is Danielle Andrade. She's like probably one of the best people on YouTube that does covers. But she did an awesome rendition of what was it? Sober and Telegraph Ave by Childish Gambino, and it's like on acoustic guitar. It's amazing. Probably one of my favorites. Non-metal, whatever, just like pop song. And I always endure like Childish Gambino anyway. So that's awesome. My second one that I have was I think it was on Pop Goes Punk 3. It was My Love by We Came as Romans.
Oh, it's so good.
That one's such a great one. I love that one. So I had to pick that one because it's so
Good choice.
And the last one, man, that's tough. Let me see. I had it too, but I had it written down, Chris. Honestly, I just forgot about it. But the last one, where is it? It was right here. All right. We'll do the Don't Fear the Reaper Pierce the Veil cover. It was like on their Punk Goes Classic Rock kind of thing. I've always been a big fan of Pierce the Veil. Ever since like their first album. So that's definitely on my list for one of my favorites. I wouldn't say they're my top 3 of all time, but top 3 at the moment currently. So we'll swing it off to Dan. Dan, what do you got?
My first one would have to be one that I actually didn't hear until a couple days ago, which is Disturbed's cover of The Sound of Silence.
Oh, yeah.
And if any of you know the Hello Darkness, my old friend, that's that song.
Yeah.
But they did they took the original and was just like, we're going to make this so much better, Brad. like it hits you in the feels so much harder than the original song. And my second one would be Blank Space, or the cover is by I Prevail. It's on Punk Goes Pop 6.
Yeah.
Blank Space is such a good song. And what was the other one I had? The third one would be Stop Breaking Down, I think is what it's the White Stripes. I think Stop Breaking Down is a cover from the Rolling Stones. I think they're the original, possibly, but there might be an actual earlier version by someone else. But those are my top 3. because the first song I ever heard by White Stripes was "Stop Breaking Down," and it was amazing.
Nice. Also, an honorable mention. I don't know if Nick picked his, but our last night's "Stressed Out," their cover of "Stressed Out" by 21 Pilots.
Oh, I didn't even listen to that yet.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's sick. They always put out good covers. So if you want to check out a band that does awesome covers, check out Our Last Night. They also do original music as well, but just in case you guys didn't know, but their covers are just as awesome. So I just figured I'd give that a mention, but I was swinging it off to Nick because Nick looks like he's ready to drop the bomb.
Drop the fucking pen, yo, because I got it written down. I had to write it down, otherwise I would have forgot.
Yeah, same.
So at my work, they play classical music all the time, and I didn't realize
Classical?
how, well, like classical rock, I guess.
You mean like Beethoven?
No, yeah, they do.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
No, classic rock, but Rascal Flatts does "Life Is a Highway," and I know
Oh,
it's country
yeah.
stuff, but the
That was-
original done by Tom somebody, I'm not going to murder his last name, but oh my god, it's just bad compared to the Rascal Flatts one. Like, I just
I know.
don't like it. I'm like,
That's-
ugh.
I can agree with you.
John Mayer, XO, it's a cover of Beyonce song. Again,
Whoa, wait, what?
yeah,
I did not know that.
I think hers is bad, but I'm not really into that kind of music. So when I hear his, I think it sounds more like the tone that it should be in. Because his is more like countryish, I guess, or whatever he's doing right now since
That's
he
crazy.
flops shit. Going back a little bit, Static Lullaby did Toxic by Britney
Yeah,
Spears, and
I was
that was
gonna-
fucking amazing. And my fourth and final one, because I didn't know this for the longest time, and then I heard it, and I was like, holy shit. Haste the Day, Long Way Down, original by Goo Goo Dolls.
I would have to
Really?
hear
I
that.
have to hear that one too.
I'm gonna have to hear. That sounds interesting.
That's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard that.
Hold on.
Oh, you're...
Rob said Senses Failed did a crazy good cover of Institutionalized.
Nice.
Suicidal Tendencies.
Nice.
And it was on the soundtrack for Tony Hawk Work. And yeah, I remember that one. They did an awesome job on that one. But yeah, that's what I got. That's what you guys got. That's what Rob got.
Nice.
They're all
Nice.
pretty good. I
Nice.
fucking loved the Tox cover. Could go back
I
and
know
listen to it now.
that was a good one. I didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
The My Love one was like
Yeah.
the first one that I thought of, because I was like, that one's such a great one. No matter how many Punkos pops they've made, that one's still my favorite. One of my favorite tracks.
Yeah, I didn't even consider that. Like, I'm sitting here like, oh my god, what covers do I know?
Yeah,
And I even
yeah.
thought of the Toxic one, and I was like, well, that's off of Punk Goes Pop. It just
They're all
never
covers,
clicked that
yeah.
they're all
Yeah.
fucking covers, so, you know.
That's all right, Nick.
My brain doesn't always work. It's all
It's
good.
okay. It's okay.
I'm just here to laugh at.
We'll see how time goes. We were thinking about doing a possible second discussion, but I might hold off until and see what we're at on time. But so yeah, the music today, the music history. For those of you who don't know, we do like a little snippet of like something that happened in music history. So the one that I found, at least that I found interesting, was in 1975. Led Zeppelin becomes the first band in history to have 6 albums on the Billboard charts at once. Them being Physical Graffiti, Led Zeppelin 4, House of the Holy, Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin, and Led Zeppelin 3. They rarely release singles, which help their album sales. So I just thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Just being as a band, that's pretty insane to have all 6 albums on the billboards. That's insane. I don't think it'll ever happen like that again, but that's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
People
that's
release
crazy.
singles too often.
That
I
too.
mean, that
Yeah.
being said, I think that's a big thing because people release singles and then 6 months later you finally get the whole fucking album and you've heard half of it because they already released it.
Or sometimes they release the singles and they're like teasing you like they're gonna come out with an album and they never do.
Yeah.
And then their single isn't even on the album.
Wasn't that what
Yeah.
Issues did with Hooligans?
Well, that was like a separate. We knew that was
Yeah.
like a separate thing. That
Well,
was.
everybody except me did that. So.
It kind of It was kind of like Pierce the Veil, because they released the Divine Zero, and then they didn't release their album until now, or planned on releasing their album until now. So it's kind of insane to think of, just how long you have to wait for an album to be made.
Yeah.
But so anyway, the next topic I'm moving on to is the tour updates. So I said earlier, we usually talk about tours that are coming around our area. We live in the tri-state area, like New Jersey, but we also go to like Philly for shows or like New York or whatever. So here's some tours that I found out about. All right, so the first one is Counterparts. They're on tour with Gideon, Expire, and like a few other bands. I don't have the full listing up here on Skype, but yeah, so they're an awesome band. If you haven't already checked them out, they're kind of like hardcore-ish. So if you like that type of vibe, then definitely go check them out. Gideon's awesome, another band. They're gonna be on Warped. So if you don't see them now, you'll definitely see them at Warped. Yeah, they're awesome.
that'll be
Awesome
fun.
band. They're that good. Yeah,
Okay,
give them
I'll
a,
have to listen to 'em.
give 'em a
Oh.
listen. The next one, this one's for Nicholas, because we already talked about like 3 times now, is the Norma Jean He Is Legend tour.
I'm just happy He Is Legend is doing stuff again. I don't know
yeah.
the same lineup because I don't.
I think it's the same lineup. I don't think they've changed. Did they ever change members? I'm not. I like kind of jumped to the boat late, so I don't.
Maybe- I don't know. Let me see. I mean, you can continue. I'll just look.
But,
up and-
But yeah, so they're coming to Philly. I think it's the Electric Factory, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to go check them out, Norma Jean's also a huge successful band. So definitely, both them and He Is Legend for sure. Like I mentioned earlier, Issues. They're doing that headliner with Crown the Empire, One OK Rock, and Night Versus. So give them a listen. I'm pretty sure 3/4 of us will be here. Poor Chris. I don't think he'll be able to make it to this one. But
Damn.
he will be at the next one that I'm talking about, and we all know what it is. It's Under Oath, so everybody get
yeah.
hyped. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
It's only like a few weeks away now, so
It'll be my
Yeah.
first show in probably at least 6 months. So
Really?
It'll be a long time coming for me.
Dang.
I think I'm trying to think. Why don't we just go? What was the last show you went to, Chris?
It's probably that Silverstein
Really?
show.
Oh man,
That was back
That
in
was a good
December.
one.
That was like, yeah, that was way back when. I remember that was the same week the Force Awakens came out. That was one hell of a week.
What show you went to, Brandon?
The last show I went to was I saw O Sleeper.
Oh, I was gonna go to that too. Yeah.
Chris was gonna go to that one, but that was nuts. Like it was at Champs in Trenton, so like
Oh yeah.
everybody was like crashing into the vocalist.
I can
Like,
only
it
imagine.
it was-
small.
That
Yeah.
place was too-
This
that
is
place
great if you're wanting like
that
if you have a band that's like super like
intense.
people are gonna
Yeah.
mosh and stuff. That's like the best place to go though. If
Yeah.
you really want to mosh,
Like
if you
honestly,
don't want to mosh, don't
like-
go there ever.
like I'll give a brief scenario what happened. So like, if you've ever been to Champs, I'm sure Rob has been to Champs because I know he's in their chat. But it's this tiny stage. Like imagine my hand. This is like pretty much the stage, and then like this
Yeah.
is the ground level right here. But
Yeah.
there's no barricades, so like you can go right the hell up there. So like if you want to get like real intimate, man, like you can get in their faces and shit. It's
Lock
it's
eyes.
hilarious. Lock
Make a
eyes,
connection.
literally. But the O Sleeper, if you've ever seen O Sleeper, you know they put on a crazy show. But man, that was nuts. Like people were like climbing on top of each other, like people were throwing down in the back. It was just like
Mhm.
by far probably one of the crazier shows besides I think I saw like Texas in July with their older vocalist for like the last time, and that was bonkers. That was
I think
even
the crazy show I've seen there would be Attila, where it was
yeah.
so packed inside, like what was supposed to be the venue, that people were moshing all the way out into reaching the bar. like there was no room inside at all. So people were showing up, didn't even have to pay for tickets because
They
they
could
couldn't
just
even get
mosh
to the
it.
ticket desk.
Oh my god.
It was amazing.
What about you, Dan? What was the last show you went to?
My last show,
Yeah, I know it's been a while. Oh, we went to go see The Word Alive, so
yeah, we're alive.
that was the last one. What about you, Nick?
That was fun.
R5.
Who the hell's R5?
You don't even know.
R5 reporting in.
It's not a Disney band, but one of the members was on a Disney show, another guy was in Glee, but they have like a family band, and then they have their friend on drums.
Okay, well we were talking about like kiddie music. I was
This
talking
isn't
about
kiddie music. I said it's not a Disney band. fucking me up, man. Just saying. Family band, not Disney. But
All
that's
right,
the last one I
continue.
went to. So
That
that's
was
why
the
I'm
last
stoked
one.
to go see.
So you see,
That's
uh,
sad.
And then it's not. Yo, I had fun.
Okay.
Except for the dude staring at my
I mean, I was,
girlfriend.
I,
But
I mean, I was hoping, I was hoping you like threw
See,
down or something, at the show.
no, the first concert I ever went to was Big and Rich. So
Was it really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow, shit.
yeah, I don't have a good run for
Damn.
for concerts.
We'll have to go back around and ask what our first shows were because that sounds like a fun topic. What were you gonna say?
Rob says his last. I think he said, "Is this his last show?" Or he said he saw. Oh, he saw
long time
Municipal
ago,
Waste
long
at
time.
Champs.
Oh, damn.
They did a wall of death.
Champs. Oh,
A
crap.
wall of death at Champs?
fucking
Holy crap.
That's such a
Must have left
small-
wall there or something.
Intense wall of death.
What? That's crazy. I would never expect a wall of death there. Like, I mean, I've seen mosh, but I would never expect
How
a
do you
wall of
make a
death.
wall of death?
I don't think you could make a wall of
Like,
death.
if you look at
everyone
the
has to
hallways-
participate.
Yeah,
It's probably like that because since the door is here.
yeah.
and
I guess
like
it
if
could-
you're looking at like this door
it could
and the
definitely.
stage is here,
It
they
could definitely.
separate in the diagonals.
It could happen. It could definitely. That's
Crazy.
hilarious. That's hilarious. That's
almost as good as, or not. No, it's probably equally as good as the midget cartwheel mulching that I saw.
Oh, jeez.
It's awesome.
But if you guys, like I said earlier, if you're going to see Under Oath, all four of us will be at the Under Oath show. So come say what's up. It's definitely going to be one of the more memorable shows. I have a tour poster from the last time they came around for their farewell tour. So I'm psyched to see them again because they're just, damn, they're an awesome band.
It's going to be so hype because actually today, a friend of mine on Facebook was actually looking for tickets on Facebook. Like, I need
Wow.
2 tickets. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, man. I got my tickets the moment they went on sale because I was like, this thing, there's no way it's not selling out within a week.
literally, no. This is what happened. As soon as the news broke, I texted Dan and Chris. I was like, "Yo, I'm buying tickets. I don't care if you're going or not. I'm buying 2 extra tickets. You can get your ass in my car if you want. But besides that, like, I'm going. Like, I'll sell 2 extra tickets. I don't give a shit. Like, I was like, whatever. And they were like, nah. We'll take them. So
Fam.
we're all gonna be driving. We're all gonna
So
be
what time is it?
dab
7.
o'clock. Dab o'clock.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll be riding. We'll be riding.
If you look right here,
All right. And then the next one is the Used 10-year tour. They're doing a 2-nighter at. Did they move it to the Electric Factory or no, Chris? I think they moved.
Not really sure. I actually never really looked up the exact.
Because I knew they moved it because it was at Troc, but now it's at Electric Factory because they
Truck is smaller.
wanted to sell more tickets. I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. So
Yeah.
that thing sold out like I mean those two are like one of their best albums. So
Yeah, it's the only ones that I really ever care to listen to. I'm not saying that the rest of them are really bad. I just, that's them in their heyday.
I think I
That's their
listened to
best
the
work,
I think I
so.
listened to the one after that, after Love and Death.
Is that the one with the birds and something? the
Yeah,
single?
it's like the one with like the weird guy's face and he's like sitting in a chair. I don't remember exactly. That was like the third or fourth album that they did.
All I remember is the guy walking around with a backpack and something about a bird with a some
That
kind
may
of
have been-
beak or something.
I don't know. Anyway, that was a
I
good
don't
one.
know.
That one was a good one too. I think that's when I started listening to him. So, but their other 2 albums are awesome. So, I'm considering going to that one. We're definitely going to the Under Oath. So, and also Taste of Chaos has come back around. So that's
That looks amazing.
Dashboard Confessional, Taking Back Sunday, Seosin, and the early November. So it's like all emo music, like all emo year music. So Nick knows what I'm talking about. Nick gave that face like he's like, ooh, hit me right in the emo.
So cut my wrist
never
and
really
black
listened to
my eyes.
Dashboard, but
Dashboard's good. Dashboard's sad.
Oh, I know. Vindicated.
Yeah, Vindicated.
The Spider-Man soundtrack.
Yeah. Or The Stolen. That one's good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so they're coming around. That Taste of Chaos is coming around. I don't remember what the dates are, but I'll post those in the description too. Another band, Wolves at the Gate. They're doing a headliner with Dayseeker and Household. I think the last date of the tour is at the Game Changers World. So if you like that,
Nice.
if you like that metal music, that metalcore music, give them a listen.
That name sounds awesome, man. That
Wolves at-
sounds like
Wolves at
such
the
a
Gate.
ferocious name. Wolves at the gate, like
They're good.
you're just about to get torn apart or something by these
Good.
feral beasts. Like that just sounds brutal.
I give them a listen. I think they're like Christian-esque a little bit. They're kind of like For Today almost, but like not.
Oh, okay.
They're not like heavy like For Today. Just like Christian type music. Christian like metalcore or whatever. But anyway, give them a listen. They're awesome. Dayseeker's awesome. If you haven't listened to Dayseeker, give them a listen too. I think they're doing a reissue of like their older album or one of their past album. They're doing a bunch of acoustic tracks, so they always kill it with acoustic tracks. So give them a listen. And then the last band that I have on here is Dangerous Kids is doing a headliner. I don't know if you guys checked them out since the last episode, but if you like Linkin Park kind of music, then you'll definitely dig them. Pretty much, it sounds like Meteora and like Hybrid Theory had a baby, and that's what the album sounds like.
Which is
Which is
should
awesome.
be really good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's got like rap bits to it. It's got some heavy bits. It's got some scream bits. It got some clean bits. It's got all that. It's got all that shit. You know.
Speaking
all
of
the
rap
goodies.
bits or stuff like, I don't know, it doesn't have anything to do with that actually. Does anyone know when
Nice transition, buddy.
when 21 Pilots is going to go on tour?
Who?
Because 21 Pilots. Anyone know about?
They're doing a headliner. I think they're
'Cause
doing.
I wanna-
They're coming to Philly.
Okay, because they're going to be sick. Like
Is-
every single video I've seen of
I've seen
21
them.
Pilots
Oh yeah,
is
they're
like
nuts.
insane.
They're nuts.
Yeah, I've seen like the one guy in the crowd with his bass drum crowd surfing.
I'll go with you, Dan. That's awesome. I love
That's-
21
that looks
guys.
insane.
Yeah, that's the two
Yeah.
guys.
Okay,
They're sick.
you guys can go. I don't think I like them. Jake showed me a song.
Really?
Not a really big fan of them either.
You'd have to-
no.
I mean, the
You'd have
drummer-
to-
And in the video that I saw, the drummer sitting there like if this were a hi-hat, he's like,
Yeah, that's how. Yeah,
and I'm
he
like,
plays
Yeah.
any fucking like drummer would be like, because they don't want to fucking waste their energy.
Yeah,
Just fucking going ham
you
on
have-
the hi-hat like there's no
honest-
fucking tomorrow.
Honestly, you have to just watch their videos. They're just like a high energy duo. So
Yeah.
I'll give them a shot, I guess.
They'll get like whole stadiums lit.
yeah, it's literally
You
hype.
get 'em lit,
It's-
fam?
yeah, literally.
Yeah. we're gonna get some lit, bro.
Yeah.
And
Kind of is.
like no,
It's gonna
Yeah.
be hype. No, but yeah, they're. I think I'll have to look it up. But while Chris is doing the artist spotlight for the week.
Oh, look at that! Nice translation. Transition.
Oh
All
damn!
right.
translation.
So for
Translation.
yeah, I totally screwed that one up, right? So for this week, we have what we call the artist spotlight of the week, where we basically show off the underground of music and you know just highlight one person. So this week we have a hip hop artist from our own state of New Jersey here, up in Patterson, North Jersey.
Hey,
We have King Nells, who's hip hop. He actually comes from the same exact town as a huge star in hip hop, Fetty Wap, and he's actually got the same kind of. Yeah, he's actually got like the same kind of sound. I actually dig that sound because I mean, yeah, I'll listen to rap and stuff, but you know, it's not my number one thing I'll go to, but I don't mind it. But I mean, the kind of sound that's coming out of that area, I actually dig it because it's more of like you know, it's just like not just straight up rap, like there's some melody to it and a little you know, singing, and so his sound in particular, I really dig. Like he's got smooth vocals. The production is great. I actually like the backtracks and the beats to it. Like in the one song, which is his featured song on iTunes, "Never Had Shit" is the song. That's the song title. It's got like steel drums in the background. So I thought that was kind of cool. You know, it's definitely a sound I don't hear too much, but yeah, I really dug more than I thought I would. The actual work of King Nells. So Also, speaking of King's Nells, he's under the label of LA Records, which is called Loyalty Above Everything, and that's actually my cousin's label. He helped start up with a couple friends. So definitely check them out on Twitter as well. You can see all these people on Twitter. King Nells has a Twitter account. I think it's at King Nells, Twitter, King Nells. You also have LA Records you can check out on Twitter, as well as my cousin who's also a producer at Because LAE. So check all those guys out. King Nells has his tracks all on SoundCloud. You can check out his stuff, and he also has a YouTube. You can find him on pretty much anything. So if you guys in the future episodes you want to shout out like artist spotlight of the week, you can tweet us at Audio Addiction, or comment on our Facebook page or whatever you got to do, and we'll be sure to check out your recommendations. So that is going to do it for the Artist Spotlight this week.
Or you can email at us at audioaddictionmedia@gmail.com.
There you go.
If you like to shoot them emails. So if you want to be all professional and stuff, you can send me that email being like, yo,
We have a
check out my
business email.
mixtape. But yeah,
Sure.
so you could do that any way you can, Chris. I'll definitely get it. But it's funny you mentioned that, because I got a message just before we hopped on, and DGD Dance Gavin Dance sent us a message
What?
on our Twitter page, apparently. Like
What?
they're like come check out Instant Gratification. Yeah, that's serious. Like they put out an album, but it was just like a promotion thing. So I was like, that's weird. But
So it wasn't like an actual person?
No, it was actually them. It was actually DGG, the band. But then,
How the heck are they going to message
was it at us, or was it just out?
no, it was like a
Telling.
private mess. It was like a message,
Oh,
like
they slid
DM
into our
us.
DMs.
Yeah,
Oh,
it slipped
shit.
into our
Ooh.
Twitter DM.
How the hell do they know about us?
Because I followed them on Twitter, and then
And they
s-
just sent us a message? So apparently we're getting famous, everybody. We got a
Hey.
band liking us and sending us a message on Twitter.
Bands getting recognized delivering pizzas. They're getting Twitter shout-outs.
It's happening,
I
guys.
didn't say shadow. I said I
Well,
got.
whatever, DMs.
got a
You got
DM.
people sliding in your DM. Then bring it back.
I mean, that's better than a shout out, honestly.
Yeah, it's
Then I can say it out loud
Yeah.
to everybody. So it's a shout out to
You
everybody.
could be like, look at my DMs, bro.
Well-
totally messaged me, man.
take a
told-
picture. Tweet
They
it
told
out.
they told me to buy their album that came out like a year ago.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
They're doing like a live album of like older tracks though. So
Huh.
I don't know if you guys are a fan of DGD though.
Oh,
We
yeah.
do.
Well, with
Yeah.
Johnny Craig in the old days.
Yeah, original dance.
Oh, and they're also there's another tour coming up soon or soon-ish. Tillian from Dance Gavin Dance, and he also does his like own side music, which is awesome. I recommend checking out. But he's doing a co-headliner with Johnny Craig, just doing his solo stuff. So I don't know. Like I'm on the fence because
All of a sudden.
I'm on the fence because I'm like I love Tillian, but Johnny Craig. Yo, but they put a fire track together, though. I'll tell you that much. Dan doesn't look
Straight
too happy.
fire.
Yeah, it was flames.
Damn. Son,
Ooh.
damn.
Cause like he's, cause Tillian's got that like high voice, and then Johnny Craig's got that like smooth, like that
All I'm
That's
seeing
like-
is
dance face.
nephew behind you, like, chewing on his finger, picking his nose or
I
something.
know. That's part of my face.
There he goes. Yep, he's digging in there.
Dan,
That's really
Dan,
annoying.
you look like you want to say something about that. What do you think?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you look like you want to say something.
I
Come
mean,
on.
if Johnny Craig's there, he better be kicking his solo stuff. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, that solo album is
What?
that
Like,
solo album's awesome though. So
Like, why are you gonna don't show up and be like, oh, I'm just a feature? No, like, if you're gonna show your stupid face with your
oh,
with your little heart,
everybody treat that
Then,
Johnny Craig.
then-
No.
then your lying, scheming face. There you go. You could tell him I said that.
Oh,
Tattooed on his
dang.
face.
But yeah, he's got his heart
Yeah.
tattoo
Yeah, he's got like a heart, like yeah.
right there.
Hey, you've never
Yeah.
seen that?
No, I
It's,
don't.
it's,
Yeah, I don't-
it's like a tear heart.
If he's gonna show his face at anything, it better be him with his solo stuff. 'Cause that's the only Johnny Craig I can really respect. Because I haven't heard of him scamming people when he was doing solo stuff.
Except for in Isles and Glaciers. That shit's the jam.
Oh yeah, I guess yeah.
Don't lie.
Oh yeah.
That shit's the jam.
Wasn't that with Craig Owens as well?
That was with Craig Owens, yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Pierce the Veil, right?
That's
It
why.
was Vic Fuentes, Craig Owens, and Johnny Craig. It was like a super group, Nick, in case you didn't know who they were. Yeah. Check them out. They're good.
Alright.
That's why when we were
That
talking about
wasn't-
supergroups,
that-
I
that-
immediately included Craig Owens.
Well, that's an awesome super group. Definitely check
Yeah.
them out if you haven't, because that album is like super under the radar, I think. And we'll throw it off to King Peen. All right, so basically before we jump into this, Nick's nickname is now King Peen.
That's my
Okay.
rapper
That's-
alias.
Not to be confused with King Nells that I had on our
The
spotlight.
King Nells.
We have nothing to do with him
Yo,
on here.
yo,
so.
now you got to work on a track.
Different.
Now you got to work on a track with King Nells now. So there we go.
King Nells featuring King
You could just,
Peen, I
you
don't
could just,
know.
no, you could just be the two kings. There you go. Boom, done.
That's already the name.
Two
Two
kings.
Kings.
Two kings.
Bam.
Anyway, so basically, we usually end it off with Nick doing some stupid rap line that we all.
Why you gotta say it's stupid?
All
I mean,
right,
it is, but I can
Highly
say that.
thought out and
highly,
articulated.
highly thought out, highly
Not
amazing.
thought out at all and thrown together.
Anyway,
because I'm an asshole.
anyway, he
This
does,
is a good one, though, the
he
one I
does,
got is
anyway,
good.
he does these sick rap lines. He's about to drop some heat on you, so hit him up for that mixtape on Twitter at
King
Jake-
Peen about to bust a nut.
Yeah, about
I mean,
that.
line.
Oh my
Not
God.
both.
Yeah, tweet him at JigXJag194 and be like, yo, when you dropping that fire mixtape? So hit him up. Hashtag fire
Good work,
mixtape
alright.
2016.
This
Alright.
This one's this is actually one of the ones that I had to think about, but it was good. It was real good. I heard your girl was beautiful like a gazelle. I made her asshole swell.
Oh man.
Oh, Brandon goes down.
The shit that goes through my brain.
That's so terrible.
I know. It's great.
And with that, we're gonna do our plugs and get the heck out of here. So
God.
you can follow me on Twitter at StarRaptor. You can like my Facebook page at StarRaptor. YouTube, I have a channel. You should check it out. This week I put up a video review of the Division video game, so you got to check that out. Dan, where can we find you?
You can find me under Wingman700 at Twitter, on Facebook, on obviously Twitch TV, and I think I'm Wingman700 Games still. Like if you want to go directly to my YouTube channel, that's what it is. But I'm Wingman700 on there, and I'm Wingman700 on Reddit, and I'm Wingman700 on everything. So yeah, pretty much any social media. If you type in Wingman700, that's me. There you go.
Nick?
Nick.
Nick, were you gonna plug anything?
I go on Twitter
Except
like
for-
once a month.
Except for your fire mixtape?
So, I mean, I might be on Twitter.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna plug Nick for him. His fire mixtape will be out fall 2016. You can download it on DatPiff or whatever. You know, those free
What are you talking
mixtapes.
about?
No, that's actually a mixtape to say. I'm not
Oh, it
joking.
is.
SoundCloud.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Or
I was gonna
SoundCloud.
put it on Bandcamp.
Or you can put it on Bandcamp to support him. He's like in the same vein as like Riff Raff and Four
Shit,
Loco.
with
So
my lyrics, I'm about on par.
yeah, so you know,
The
if you
hell
like
is-
that type of rap, then give him give him a listen. Sign this man.
That's me. I'm the only one that likes that type of rap.
It's the beats.
Like genuinely likes that type of rap.
Hey guys,
Oh
so
man.
I guess I'll be last here. All right, so I run all of the audio addiction stuff, so all of the social media, so our Facebook page. You can like us on our Facebook page at Audio Addiction. I think it's Audio Addiction NJ. So give us a like.
Underscore.
Is it underscore or
Audio
NJ? No,
Addiction on NJ underscore.
is it really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So give us a
It's
like.
supposed to pop up on the stream, but I
Right.
don't know if it does.
Right. Give us a like there. You can follow us on Twitter at Audio Addiction underscore. You can follow us on.
Actually, no, it's just NJ. It's the Twitter that's Audio
Nice.
Addiction.
Underscore.
Or audio, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to follow us on Facebook or Twitter,
It's just
check
floating around,
out
somewhere.
that.
Very
Right
cool,
there.
cool graphic.
Right.
All right.
there.
All thanks to Nicholas here. And then we just added a Tumblr account, which is Audio Addiction NJ. And you could also follow us on Reddit, because I don't know how to do any of that stupid shit on Reddit. So please show me how to do it at Audio Addiction underscore. So that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know if you have anything to say last minute. Would you like to throw in? But that's our plugs, and that's our episode for tonight. So
Episode.
episode.
Episode 7 complete.
So all right, guys. Hopefully you'll be here for our next live episode, episode 2. Hopefully
It's a lot of fun.
it's been a lot of fun. So
I like getting that feedback, and you know, the more viewers we get, maybe we'll open up a last segment where we'll just have a random ask us anything
Q&A.
kind of
Yeah.
thing,
like a
Q&A
kind of
thing.
Yeah.
So
No, an AMA. Ask me anything.
Oh, okay.
there we go. That's that. Oh, that's
Or
that.
an AUA. Ask us anything.
There we go.
Shut up.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Right. So yeah. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. Well, we'll see you next week. All right. See you later,
Adios.
guys.
See ya.
Adios, Thomas.
Hasta mañana.